All right, let's see. All right, what's up, everybody? This is Everything Empress. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. If you want a more personal, you can reach me at patreon.com/code with the cards. All right. I've been working on birth chart readings and personals all day today, so I should have those out after everyone, which y'all already see y'all getting them delivered to y'all. But as y'all can see, I'm distributing them as they're finished. Is this a cash that's live seeking that? So motherfuckers won't why? No, it's not a cash app live yet. Not yet. This is a reading. But the cash app live will be on here. Oh, thanks, Thing. Thanks, y'all. Y'all posted back to bed. Make sure y'all like this for me. Like it. Do y'all like this angle? I think this angle is actually pretty dope. What y'all think? Is that too far in? That might be too far in. There we go. All right. What's up, everybody? The camera might be shaking because it's on a platform, so I remember when it's time. Okay. It's crazy because like even where I'm at, we supposed to have like a cold front or whatever, and y'all, them people went in that damn store. Yes, that new carpet, that's a blankie. And them people went in that store, y'all, like, and just took everything. It's so crazy how Libras and Tauruses, all right, thank you, Stink. Libras and Tauruses will constantly just, thanks, Stink. They'll constantly just be like, I'm gonna think for everybody else. I'm gonna think of everyone else. Make sure y'all liking this for me. Like it. I'm gonna be on my P's and Q's. I'm gonna do the right thing. And people never, ever stop to consider them. Like, I think that is so unhumane, okay? Like, the way them people went in that damn store and took all of that shit, it's like, you know me, as at one point when I was a single mother, I always was concerned about single mothers from that point going forward because I know how strong I am. You know what I'm saying? And so, as I look at stuff, it says our last storm damn near took us out in 2021. It's just like, I just be so in awe because, like, I prepare for shit before shit happens. You know what I'm saying? But it's really people that they don't get paid until tomorrow. So they can't buy shit until they get paid tomorrow. And that's not even what they planning on, you know what I'm saying, spending their money to tomorrow. Thanks, Thing. It's like, but now it's another expense tomorrow that these people have to pay tomorrow. It's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. So I know tarot has a lot to do about like the future, okay? It has a lot to do about the stuff that's happening in the future. So it's like, you know, we supposed to be talking about like what's coming up next, but like sometimes we have to also think of, and we're gonna get to what's next, but sometimes we have to often think of the shit that we ain't considering and the stuff that just keeps happening, and y'all keep thinking that it's you, and you keep thinking that it's your fault, and you keep thinking that, you know, it's, you know, when is it gonna end, and yada yada yada. It's like, it never ends. But this is why when you have those moments to be selfish, even though you're choosing to do the right thing because you feel like it's the right thing to do, you still should pick yourself. You still should pick yourself. Oh, thanks, Bella. You should still pick yourself because it's not fair, this type of stuff that we have to do for other people's agendas. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Adriana. It's like we're not asking for anything beyond living our lives. And people impose that constantly. Okay? They impose on that constantly with their own agenda. And I think that is so selfish. And it's hard for me as a reader okay? To just keep talking about the future when it's like, hold on, we got to go back a little bit and we got to talk about, hey, what we got going on here. Because a lot of us didn't ask for that. You know what I'm saying? We didn't ask for that. Even though people would be in my inbox and they be talking shit and they be like, man, you don't never get to your reading. You be talking about all this other shit that's current and yada, yada, yada. You have to talk about what's current because it's relevant. You have to. This is what's going on in the world. A lot of the issues that we're going through right now don't have shit to do with us. So realistically speaking, sometimes we do need to hear that it's going to be okay. Sometimes we need to hear that it's not our fault. Sometimes you need to hear that, you know, cover your ass, protect your ass. And I know you ain't going to like it and I know it's going to piss you off and it might get you behind. But you might have to do the small shit, you know what I'm saying? Enough to make sure that you're good. But like, it's just the fact that, you know, sometimes we'll sit in our energy and be like, man, I'm not doing that shit. Fuck it. I don't care what happened. But, you know, sometimes that's a life or death decision. Okay? I'm talking to somebody here. So if you need some shit, go get the shit. If you don't use that shit, take it back. Because big stores, lo and behold, can afford returns. You know what I'm saying? Like, told you. I feel like somebody's going to be fine. You're going to have to spend some money. But ain't that what they want you to do? Okay, constantly spend money. But I feel like this too shall pass. I feel like the world is just evolving and evolving and evolving and evolving and evolving. And you just keep just saying like, bro, I don't have time for it. I got shit to do. See what I'm saying? I feel like you so busy just caught in the lunacy of what's next. Moving forward. Who you can meet. Who can help. You know what I'm saying? If people can't help you, 6 of Cups, you moving on to a cup. That's the 8 of Cups. So you're analyzing people. It says, I'm definitely buying stuff, the cooler and lights. I'm trying to tell you. Generator. You got the 6 of, yeah, you got the 6 of Wands. You just in your crib, just minding your business. Like, you're in your crib, minding your business. You over there just minding your business. You're ducked the fuck off in the crib. You like, bro, I don't have time. 9 is 3, that's 6. You know what's crazy to me? And I want somebody to post this. Look up, what the fuck is this? Excuse me, I don't mean to use profanity against y'all, some of y'all's book, but I want to say it was called, I want to say the Bible verse was like Ephesians. Is it Epestian? Was it called Ephesians? 6.12? 6:12? Verse 6, chapter 12, chapter 6, verse 12. I know it's like Ephesians 6:12, and they talk about all of the shit that has to do with evil. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Somebody go look that shit up. You know how many days old I was when a pastor just came out randomly as hell, and I just was like, bro, why is it that it was 2 P's. It was EPP something, something, something. But it was 6:12. I remember that specifically because dude just kept saying like, I guess he was trying to be funny, okay? Yeah, that, Jack. Yes. Now somebody post the Bible verse in there for that. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against power, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Ain't that crazy? You know what even more took me? Because I asked the dude, I'm like, hey, can you like break that down for me? He didn't have shit to say. Now, I'm not on a spree to wrong pastors or churches or nothing like that. But I just met a girl, and I'm not trying to put all our business out there because I don't want to just do too much. I just met a girl. She is the fiance of another girl. Her name was what the fuck was her name? Makivia. Her name was Makivia something. And they asked me, they was like, you know, do you know who he is? Okay, thanks. They was like, do you know who he is? I'm like, no, I don't. They was like, oh, what? They was like, they cover her story. I'm like, what the hell is her story? Okay, thanks, y'all. Oh, yeah, help me hit go. I was like, what's her story? I'm gonna put another goal up here for y'all. Thank y'all so much. And I was like, no, like, what's her story? Okay. And they was like, you gotta watch it. So they sent me the link, okay, on the crimes unit. Okay. And I'm watching her story and I'm like, okay, so what the fuck does this have to do? So I'm looking, I'm like, oh shit, this is her brother. This is her brother. Okay. And I'm sitting here like, I appreciate us hitting go, y'all. I thank y'all so much. And so I'm like, so this is her brother. I'm like, this is crazy. So I'm asking him, I'm like, so did you know? You know, I'm like, did you feel weird? Like, what was going on? So this is the why we all around these pastors, these other guys, right? And he's like, honestly, I did because I kept saying like I didn't want to leave the house, so they had to cut this nigga hair in the garage. I'm gonna send y'all the link. I'm gonna post it on my Patreon. Um, he knew something was about to happen to his sister, and it come to find out the boyfriend whom she met at church. Okay, she met him at church. I met the pastor that buried this girl, that introduced these two. And I asked the pastor because it's just necessary for me to ask these type of questions because I want to know and I have all fucking right to ask. I said, so you didn't know he was evil? And he said, well, you don't necessarily know. Thanks, Adriana. He said, you don't necessarily know if anyone is evil. The devil is a fucking lie. The devil is he is a liar and a deceiver. You are a liar and a deceiver. And the reason I'm saying this is because how the hell I could get one look at this motherfucker and I could tell from just looking at him that he was evil. How she didn't see it, I don't know. But not only that, but she was pregnant. She had 3 other children. She met him at church. She was well on her way to being a millionaire. She goes to church. This nigga don't never show up to church. He shows up to church. And I always say it over and over and over and over again. Church ain't shit but a cesspool of motherfucking demons trying to figure out ways to find other people that they could chew on. That's how I feel. I'm not down in the system. I'm not down in church. I'm just saying it's messed up. And so I'm asking him, I'm like, okay, so I asked about this Bible verse because I'm like, ain't your job to notify and to be able to pre-warn against dark forces? He's like, oh no, it don't work like that. How? How don't work like that? Because ain't God talking to you? Because he talked to me. So why he don't talk to you? So then I asked him, I'm like, so how do you feel about terrorism? Oh no, that's the devil. I said, how do you know though? How would you know if somebody's a tarot reader and they're the devil? How would you know that? He said, oh, you could just look at them and tell. Can you? Can you look at them and tell? He's like, yeah, you could just look right at them and tell that they the devil. So you couldn't look at that dude and tell that he was the devil, but you could look at a tarot reader. We'll say that in the Bible. It also talks about demons in the Bible. It talks about a lot of stuff in the Bible. So what I'm learning here is, okay, what I'm learning here is based off of a person's knowledge is as far as they can lie. Do you understand? It's like, oh, well, the Bible says this and the Bible says that and this says this and this says that. But it's like, whoa. Because we talked about dark powers. We talked about that Bible verse, which breaks down to 666, by the way. Hey, Sting, think about it. It's 6 verse 12. 12 is what? 6 plus 2? That's 666. And what do they say about 666? They say it's the devil. Okay, so if it's the devil then, or are they warning you of that Bible verse? Or are they warning you of that Bible verse? Maybe you should break that Bible verse down for somebody I'm talking to. You might want to break that one down. It says, it's a simulation, babe. We are just playing with ourselves, LOL. Also, it's just role playing and learning. It's horrible. It's horrible. And it's even more horrible to the fact that this girl could still be alive and she still could be a mother to her children. Because y'all know how I am. I'm how I am with mothers and children, how I am with adoptive kids, adoptive children, because I got homeboys who kids had to go to the system because they not here they no more, or they, they baby mama ain't here no more. Somebody got the baby mama first and got them second. It's like we're putting all these beautiful souls in a system. And we're not even looking at the fact that it's people around that can actually help and save them. We're not looking at the fact ourselves that we can help and save ourselves. We just keep going back. I watched this thing, okay, because like after I watched her stuff, because the girl sent it to me. As I'm done watching her stuff, because y'all know I love crime shit and yada yada. I'm like, oh wow. I'm like, you can send it to me. So she sends it. And so like right after the next one that played was about this guy, and he's like, offside of the gas station begging for money. He goes into the gas station and he's constantly talking shit to these people. And this guy finally picks up this pole and he swings it at him. So he opens up, he busts Shorty like 5 times. Okay, so boom. He goes back home. He goes to Cali. He comes back. He goes to Indiana. He comes back. And then all of a sudden he goes back to his house. Mind you, I'm getting somewhere with this. This man has his decomposing baby mother's body with their child who's 8.5 months, who's also no longer here, just in the house. Okay, so some of y'all are missing this shit because it's actually, he lived in Maryland. What's even more crazier to me is I know exactly where the fuck he was at. Why? Because I actually have had an Airbnb in the same building. Craziest shit I've ever seen. Craziest shit. A penthouse in the enclave. If y'all know what enclaves are, enclave is like a high-rise tower. They have penthouses on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side they have like ducked off, supposed to be like resident penthouses and shit like that, which they ain't even really fucking penthouses. They really just high rises in a dirty ass fucking hood. That's really what the fuck it is. So boom. The one that I rented was like a penthouse. On the other side, it used to be people there. Like when we was there, because we was only there for 3 days, I actually went there for a concert. Okay. As we coming off of the elevator, you see all of these weirdos. They coming in and off of this elevator. So even in this crime show, you see these people getting in and off the elevator. He see these people. The people like, oh, well, they trying to get on the elevator. He like, no, y'all got to wait for the next one. He closed it and leave the baby mama and him in the elevator. You see her getting off the elevator. You could tell that she's nervous. You could tell that she's worried. She goes to her crib, y'all, like her mom and dad house, and tell her mom and dad, like, well, I'm just going to stay with y'all. When he go back, he could go back by himself. The mom hits her with, no, you have a baby on the way. Like, you need to work this out, yada, yada. Y'all can't just be into it. Okay? Y'all can't just be into it. This man unalives her the same day. You see what I'm saying? I'm going somewhere with this, so make sure y'all liking this for me, like it. It's like, where the hell are y'all parents? Where the hell are y'all siblings? Where the hell are y'all cousins? So I'm going somewhere with this because remember I said you need to hear this, okay? They're obsolete. At the lady funeral, the girl funeral, and the unborn child's funeral, the dad comes in and he's like, I just want to know why he did it. Bitch, I want to know why you ain't save your child. I want to know why you ain't know that she was dealing with a murderer. I want to know why you ain't even think to check on your child. Why you wasn't popping in or calling and yada yada. We are, and when I say we, I mean people. We are some of the most selfish motherfuckers of all time. Now, I'm loving this new generation as like I love the boomers, I love the millennials, I love the Gen Yers because they gonna check on their kids, baby. If they don't do shit else, they gonna check on them nieces and nephews and them cousins, and they gonna check on them kids, and they gonna make sure that they straight because they refuse to let the trauma that was imposed on them be imposed on anyone else, especially the millennials. And especially millennials. The millennials is the big mamas of all the zodiacs right now, beyond the big mamas. Okay? So now it goes back to my question that I asked y'all. Like, where are y'all parents? Because y'all be dealing with shit and don't nobody ever know. Nobody ever calls you. Nobody ever check on you. Nobody ever know what the fuck is going on. And it's like, you just out there in the world by yourself trying to figure this shit out, okay? So excuse you if you have the need to be selfish because your ass is the only ass that you have to cover. Maybe if you have kids, of course, you got to cover your kids' asses. But like, forgive yourself if that's the only ass that you have to cover. It's one of those situations and scenarios now where it is okay. As we come into February the 1st, as we start to see that people don't give a fuck about what we got going on, they gonna play with the weather, baby. If they don't do shit else, they gonna play with that weather. If they don't do shit else, they gonna play with them paychecks. If they don't do shit else, they gonna play with them taxes. They gonna play with them cars. They gonna play with them cribs. They gonna play with your money. They gonna play with your bank account. So you have to treat them just the same way as you treat a motherfucker that ain't called you in a while. You gotta safeguard your shit. I don't trust you, bitch. You ain't called me in forever. I don't know what the fuck you up to. Just like that, I wish I could figure out that girl name. Just like that girl. Like, how y'all ain't know? This nigga said, I heard this out of this man's own mouth. And he says it in this documentary. He like, man, I remember walking in and seeing her crying in the closet because he had a baby on the way by somebody else. Why is you still with him? Why are y'all still together? Why are you still answering phone calls from people that you don't trust? Why? Like, why are we still communicating with people in fucking 2026 that we don't even have a need for. I'm going somewhere with this because this is your next 24 to 48 hours. You have instincts, and a piece of your instincts keeps telling you that it's necessary for you to do what? Protect your ass. So if you gotta go buy some shit, or if you gotta buy some candles, or you gotta buy some food, if you gotta buy some canned goods and a can opener shit, if you gotta buy some hand warmers, spend $10 and go buy the shit that you need. One of the baddies put me on with the little small candle things. They only fucking $3. It's like 12 of them in the pack, but they fucking burn forever. This dude, girl I just met, his sister was murdered by some dude like that she met at supposedly at church, but they say the nigga didn't really go to church often, that he just was in church periodically, and he just so happened to be at church that day. And when they dissected it a little bit more, it was breaking down to the fact that his mom was like, this girl, she keeps coming to church, you might not know who she is. So she followed the girl on Facebook. The mom followed the girl on Facebook, and she knew who the girl was. Like, she knew she was successful, she knew she had money. She was on social media, just showing her accomplishments, as everybody has the right to do. Because, like, why the fuck do I need to keep my shit quiet? And I get it, on some street shit, you aren't supposed to be out there just throwing out what the fuck you got going on. But at the same sense, why the fuck you can't be happy for your accomplishments, and why you have to be so quiet for what you have because you concerned about some motherfucker trying to come and take it or be jealous? You know what I'm saying? It says, once you fully set into the esoteric, you will understand everything about this reality and quantum physics. Some souls will get it this lifetime, and the next time is no time here, and it's a hermetic school. I believe you on that shit. I believe you on that shit. You know what's crazy is because I've been saying that shit since I was a child, that I just don't give a fuck about the world. Like, and I know it sounds weird and it sounds selfish, but it was just like, I don't have a lesson to learn here. And I tell people that shit all the time. Everybody is here supposedly to learn a lesson, but I don't have a lesson to learn because I already know what the fuck is to it. I know what I can't do. I know what I'm not supposed to do. I know, what levels of ranking that we are supposed to respect. You're not supposed to respect everybody. You're not supposed to listen. You're not supposed to be even rude. Like, it's so disrespectful that God has put his kids on this planet, and people have taken them for human capital to utilize them to put them into not just real slavery like 400 years ago, but slavery of the workplace, slavery of like the mind, the body, the soul, the spirit. And then they say, oh, it's a lot of demonic things. Like, everything is demonic. Everything on this planet is demonic. Like, I will always say, and I will continue to say, like, they're building some shit in Greenland, remember? And it was supposed to be called like Freedom Land. And like, the Latin term for freedom is actually fucking prison. Okay? And so it was like, prison land. So it's like, who the fuck are you holding hostage? And they say, okay, well, it's not any people that's going to really live there. It's going to be a center for a place for billionaires and influencers and people with bright ideas and yada, yada, yada. But we all remember that when meteors hit, the first place that we're supposed to go to is Greenland. They made a whole movie about that shit. Remember? It was a movie called Greenland. Y'all can go look that movie up. It had that one actor in it. And so we know that they're going to run to Greenland. You figure that you're going to have like this big, beautiful place and yada, yada, yada. Like, y'all stowing away brains and body parts and all type of shit, yada, yada. But like, it still don't have shit to do with God's final say. Regardless of how many times we blow this bitch up and start it back over, God still has the final say. That's how it works. It says all of us are here just to usher to the golden diamond age. We're just moving into the next cycle is why we came here. We are the liberators and celestial warriors. I wouldn't even consider us that, because we so busy focusing on ourselves that we can't even be warriors. Oh, the Latin term for warrior is group. Like, it's a celestial group. And like, we can't possibly get into a group, because you will see a motherfucker right now stand up and do some shit like Martin Luther King did, and then watch that man get fucked up on live TV. We don't have any ability to cloak anyone, because we don't have any ability to understand our godly selves. We don't have any ability to push ourselves forward, because we don't even know what the fuck is possible. We don't have any ability to be motivated, because there's nobody to motivate us. And even if we try to motivate ourselves, there is so much shit in place, from AI to backdoor shit, that will make it to the point where you question if what you're doing is even worth what the fuck you're doing. Like, you literally could be doing everything right, and just because some motherfucker don't fuck with you or some person don't like you, on the back end, they'll fuck up all your shit. And I'm saying this because I've seen it. I had a man just ask me literally today. He's like, "Hey, do you know this guy named yada yada?" I said, "Yeah, I do know him." He said, "Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. You know, we talk often. He's in, to the industry that you're in, yada yada. You should give him a call." I said, "No, see, when it comes down to like 50-50, he's 49 for me." Okay. And that pretty much tells you where the fuck I'm at with that. And he's like, I didn't say where the fuck I'm at, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, if you know me, you know when I say, he's a 49 out of a 50-50. So you pretty much know it. And not even 1% of whatever the fuck he could be would make me want to be cool with him. And he's not the type of person you want to be cool with. He's a Scorpio too. And so I was just like, yeah, no, I'm okay. And so he goes back and he tells the guy, and the guy's like, hey, he hits me up. He's like, I haven't heard from you in a while. How's it going? How you been? How the family? Um, he was like, I talked to such and such, and he said, you got some stuff going on, and that's man, that's real dope, and yada yada, and I love to see where you need my help. And I'm thinking like, well, I kind of told him already that I don't need your help. I told him that. And he's like, oh well, I understand, but I know this person and that problem. Like, oh no, I'm okay. But you and your family, y'all have a blessed, what I'm saying, 2026. But if I feel the need that, anything that I'm working on may come across your desk and it might be something that you could, work on to deal with, I'll definitely let you know. Okay. But I'm saying this to say, it's funny as fuck because you're always going to have someone in the back end just doing some shit. I'm saying this because of these cards, by the way. I'm not saying this because I'm just trying to have chit chat, okay? You're moving forward, but you're at a standstill trying to figure out like what's next, and are you fearful of this happening, and should you do that, and well, this is happening now, so I can't do that. It's like you can't keep sitting in this anxiety of fear, okay? You can't keep trying to wonder what the fuck is going on. It's like you gotta move your feet. That's the 8 of fucking cups. You have the 6 of cups and the 2 of cups. That's still the 8 of cups. You gotta move your feet. Yeah, somebody dealing with anxiety, nightmares, terror. And I'm only saying that because if God was involved with a lot of the preventative processes, a lot of shit just wouldn't happen. Now, here's the other thing too. I talked about Pisces being ghosts yesterday. Remember? Spoke specifically about that actually. And unbeknownst to us, we wake up today and you see nothing but Pisces people attacking Libras. And I'm just sitting here like, it's a long line of them. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't know Jada Waiter. I've never met her. I mean, people always say she's quite like a Kardashian. She just steals just to steal. I mean, apparently that's a rich Libra trait. They apparently don't know how to fucking be original and just find shit on their own. But I guess if they start and they come up, they're genuine. And when they get higher, I guess they just lose their way and let their managers control their lives. I don't know. But I'm sure y'all seen the girl Super or whatever her name is, Super Peach. Okay, and she just came out of nowhere to say some weird ass shit about Jada, but random as fuck. I had a fucking Pisces, just 2 of them, random as fuck, hit me up, and I'm thinking like, so it's a wage war or a wedge war for Pisces versus Libra, and like I'm here to tell any bitch, especially a water sign, bitch, this is not what you want. Because automatically first I'm Gemini, and we all know that a Gemini will eat your ass up and spit you the fuck out and leave the bones, especially to a water sign. It's like, bitch, you have to get to an emotion. You have to find a emotion in order to find a fuck for me to give enough for me to give a fuck about what you're talking about. But more importantly, you have to find me in order to talk to me, which I won't even fucking talk to you because I feel like you're weird. Okay. So I met her a few times. Very sweet girl, but she be still, no, not gonna lie. I know, swear. You did. And the Pisces trying to talk to me left my ass off like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's like a part of their shit. You know what I'm saying? Right now, remember I said that, like, it's all about, again, you need to hear this. It's all about the easiest motherfucker I can connect to. You know what I'm saying? Not me, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, these people, I said, hey y'all. These people, they want to connect and they know that they can't connect in a genuine sense anymore. Right? So they have to go from a different perspective, like a different angle. You know what I'm saying? And it's not really working that, but it's not really working that well. It's not working out for them actually at all. Okay. We got the 4 of Wands, I told you. So they're going to try to come from an approach of like marriage, 2 of Swords, yada, yada. I feel like y'all not giving no fuck. Y'all worried about the 10 of Pentacles. It says, and that white girl, Emily, coming for Jada, a Pisces too. Yeah, Pisces people, especially women, they don't have any sustenance right now. I mean, you know when Pisces people are weak because they come from out of the shadows. I know you're hurt because you're trying to be seen. Do that make sense? Like I know when you're fucked up because you're posting. Like quite naturally, Pisces' first approach is to not say shit. So when they saying some shit, they going through some shit. You see what I'm saying? Because if not, they locked in on whatever it is that they dealing with. Like it's impossible for them to do both. They can't sustain that type of energy. Okay. They say I'm late. I'm just dipping strawberries. It's filled waters into chocolate. That sounds so good. My mama Pisces. Yeah, you. I'm sure 9 times out of 10, when she going through some shit is when she talking to the most. When she going through some shit is when she want to call motherfuckers the most. When she want to be around the most and act like she got some shit the most. No disrespect to OG, but like it's only when they're hurt that you hear from them. Other than that, they off to the races by they fucking self, not motherfucking bothering nobody. You know what I'm saying? This is hello. How are you doing? What up though? It says that's what he tried to do, laugh my ass off. I said, oh no. Yeah, they don't want shit. That's why they come in laughing and playing and shit. Like, because they can't produce their personality. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll try to bypass real life shit to talk about dumb shit that don't even fucking matter. And you just be like, what the fuck? Like only an unevolved spirit would be okay with bypassing real life common sensual shit. That's what the fuck they want you to do. See what I'm saying? That's what they want you to do. Because if you start bypassing the real shit, then they can get to playing, y'all can get cool, and then they can get to connecting. See, if you standing on principle, it's like, well, what the fuck is to you, and what's your problem, and why you acting like this, and yada yada yada. It's like, no, boy, fuck you. Like, fuck around you. Like I told the nigga, and I said this to myself, like, nigga, you already tried to play in my face. Do you understand? Like, in the past, way past, years in the past, I let you come back around me. You're around me for a couple of days. He's like, well, I was around you for a couple of days, and then all of a sudden I was blocked. Mind y'all, nigga, you're away from me, and your energy is fucked up. I don't need proof. That's the difference between me and you know what I'm saying, and other motherfuckers. Like I don't need proof. I go off my intuition. I'm a bet on that bitch. And like I tell a motherfucker like something ain't right. I don't know what the fuck it is. I'd rather be wrong and miss out on the opportunity than be right and be dumb as fuck. So it says I'm good, Pisces. I stay in my lane. You see what I'm saying? And so I was like, nah, something off. Something ain't right. I'm not fucking with it. And I stood behind that shit. And like they just still wanna be around. I don't know why. As I always say to a motherfucker, it ain't gonna do you no justice by lurking shit. Told y'all. You got high priestess and devil. I said this. That's who he's entering now. That's the negotiation. Remember I said I was trying to figure out what their place was in all of this? Because it's not Neptune. Neptune is where y'all was last year. So I'm like, okay, they can't use Pisces for Neptune. Because the only thing that Pisces can be used for now, y'all seen that. The only thing that Pisces can be used for now is the moon. You know what I'm saying? Which is illusion. And it was a new moon. So that means it's a new you. You know what I'm saying? It says, fuck, I just blocked Pisces. He was starting off so cool and then started being odd. I said, okay, you're blocked, bro. Yeah, like, they only can be themselves for as long as they can trick you. When you're paying attention and you're looking right at them, they can't really do no dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? It's like, somebody just sent me the shit in my messages today. There was like, you called this with Rem and Papoose. You said that they was together and yada yada yada. And I'm like, dude, I told you. Like, I told you that. I was like, bro, I completely, utterly said that shit. It says, what if it's a Taurus man and a Libra woman? What's real? What should be done by both people? It depends on the man's moon sign. Because Libra and Taurus men, they're not a sun sign. They are their moon signs. Like Libra women, they're gonna always evolve from Venus, and their Venus sign. So a Libra woman is a Libra, but she's also her Venus sign. She is who she is on her moon sign or her moon phase, which is her period. Okay, and she exists in her North Node often. Okay, and she relieves herself through her rising sign. Okay, so if she has something that's a powerful ass rising sign, or she got something that's a powerful ass moon sign, then you ain't gonna know what the fuck to do with her ass. Quite frankly, that's called a power figure. Like she gonna look at you like you fucking stupid all the time, and it's gonna be up to you to step the fuck up. So it depends. It says they try it though. Pisces can't come near me. Yeah, they definitely love them. So they love them some Libras and some Tauruses, man, because they know Libras and Tauruses are Venus, so they know that that person is gonna want to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Like they know it. They can tell. It says Aries, Moon, Venus, Scorpio. LOL. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So like when you're on your menstrual or when you're close to your menstrual, you're Aries. Like how you love is Scorpio. Like you love really, 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 really hard. Like unless somebody just ghosts you, that'll be the only way that you will let some shit go. Like you will deal with shit until the end of time until somebody make you stop and think. That's how Libra and Scorpio escape shit. Like somebody stopping them like, bro, listen, look, what do you see? Like if they don't do that shit, it ain't happening. It says, I didn't know I'd be in my Venus. Yeah, that's why your ass be confused as fuck. Like Scorpio Venus women, I love them to the moon and back, but they be like, do I want to? Do I not? Do I want to? Do I not? The men are the same way. They're the same way. So I do, and I be hurt as fuck. LOL. Yeah, because you know the opposite of Scorpio sun is the moon in Venus. That's the good guy. That's the good girl. That's the freak, but the good girl. That's the homebody. Yeah, Venus and Scorpio people are homebodies. What about Aquamoon, Sage, Venus? That would be somebody that battle if they want love or not. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right, my bad, y'all. But yeah, Aquamoon, Sage, Venus. Yeah, that would be like saying you want something, but then you don't. Like Aquamoon is very, very strong, especially if it's a Libra sun. It's very strong because a lot of the things that you're gonna deal with is lunacy. It's gonna be yes or no, up or down, right or left. So you will have to find balance. And that means that the only way you'll find balance if you have Sage Venus, which is balance, is from fire. That means you'll have to have a royal fucking attitude. It won't be till somebody piss you off where you be like, you know what? Fuck this shit. You the motherfucker that's gonna grab a box and box up a nigga shit in a matter of seconds and be like, you know what? I'm done with your bitch ass. Don't ever call me a fucking git. And you gonna stand on it. Like you'll stand on it. And y'all don't forget shit. Y'all don't forget a fucking thing. Like, I don't give a damn years and years and years and years and years ago, right? You still remember that bitch in 3rd grade that said some fucked up shit to you. Like, it says, I got Aries rising. Yeah, like, you be in your head a lot. You know how motherfucking, you know how, do you know how impatient you are? I love you. But that's an impatient ass sign. It's like the littlest shit will give you ick vibes and tweak you the fuck out. Like, and everybody just sitting there looking at you and you like, nigga, I'm not wrong and I don't give a fuck. Like, that's so them. So Libra rising, Aries moon, Scorpio Venus means I'm just so damn emotional. I don't know shit. Yeah, like it means it like Aries moon means repeat. That's what it means. Repeat. That's what Aries is. It's a cycle. It's a cyclone. It's a tornado. That's all they do is repeat, 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 repeat. Like that's why they're really good with alchemy because alchemy sticks with them because they're okay with repeating the process for alchemy. I hope this is making sense. Okay. And so if you are a Libra, when you're closer to your period or there's a full moon and you're an Aries, which means that quite naturally you're gonna forget every fucking thing that you have had as a lesson, and you're gonna keep doing the same shit because you don't remember. You're not gonna remember what the fuck, how you felt, and what the fuck was going on, and yada yada yada. Okay, like you don't remember shit under Aqua until you are evolved, or until your Venus sign kicks in and says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! This is our lesson of love." Well, you have a Venus Scorpio. Scorpios die every 3 days. So you don't get the lesson in love. You get the lesson in lust until you realize that it's something out there that can actually be better than what you have. It says, I don't remember. I swear. Yeah. Like, so it's like you want to create a manual, but you can't remember. You create the manual, you lose it. You say you're going to stand on some shit, you forget it. You start standing on shit, you don't know why. It's like you keep the same cycle going until you find something better, which is why they say Saturn has to return, because you find something better when Saturn returns. It's like, well, you find a nigga that's bigger, better, faster, stronger, richer, nicer, communicative, yada yada, whatever, consistent, listens, whatever. Every motherfucker that you ever dated will be in the past. That's how it works. It says, what about an aqua moon and Gemini Venus? I'm trying to understand. Well, you have an aqua moon, so repetition, but yours is gonna be a little bit different because you have a Gemini Venus, which means that people actually have to work hard for you. See, Scorpio is they work hard for the people that they're with. They're stuck in love with them, so they'll keep dealing with them. Gemini is impatient. They'll fucking stop talking to you for nothing. So for you, you will probably just have a repetition process on just not wanting to deal with the same shit. You are literally a live case study. Like, you have looked up everybody's fucking love life and how the fuck they operate and the way that they are fucking loved, and be like, hell no, I don't want to deal like this. I don't want to end up like that. I don't want to deal like this. I don't want to talk to nobody that do some shit like that. That's why you keep asking people to stand on principle. Your love is based off of principle. That's why you only can date masculine men. Like, if a motherfucker soft as hell, it's not gonna work for you, because the softer the motherfucker is, the more you gonna look at him like. But that's kind of fucked up for you because you have an aqua moon. So almost always the niggas that you're gonna deal with is gonna be emotionally unavailable men, but they're tough. You know what I'm saying? But it's still kind of fucked up because aqua, if that makes sense. It says, you're the smartest woman ever, T. So much knowledge. Oh, wait, thank you, Sting. You know, this shit actually come from, like, me reading, analyzing. I remember dissecting zodiacs, habits. I remember dissecting DNA. It says, I swear I was just talking about this, T. I swear they be so scared to talk to me. It's annoying. I mean, they got to be scared to talk to you because they know they can't come with you. You know, they can't come to you with some bullshit. You know, I'm in this group on Instagram, and this guy just posted in the group. He was talking about he was 50, he's 59, and the girl he's dating is 28. And all the people in the group was like, nigga, like, what the fuck? Like, so all the men in the group, they jumped in and they was like, oh well, that's cool. Like, we cool with doing this and being this way because we feel like, you know, us. 1 second, y'all, hold on. All right, my bad, y'all. It says can't come to you with anything for any type of way. I swear. Yeah, it's like it's one of those situations and scenarios when you just kind of like say to yourself, you just gotta just like I don't know. Like it depends on your Venus. Like I have a Virgo Venus, so my shit is more like I'm not. I just don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about nobody. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't care about like fucking humans and shit like that. Like it sounds so weird, but I've been that way since I was a kid. Like they try to fucking evaluate me and shit, but it was just like nigga, I can't possibly love you. Like that's just not some shit that I want to do. Like it's no point of me doing that. Like what the fuck would be the point? Have we ever thought about that shit? It's like okay, I'm Venus. Okay, I can care and I can, you know what I mean? Like I can be like oh my god, like you know I'm humane. Like when you are humane, you don't have a reason to overly do some shit. You know, it's like maybe you understand Lex, because I'm just like okay, if you are humane, you're humane. Like y'all don't have to do too much. I don't have to say too much. It's just what the fuck it is. Like what the fuck else more you want? Like what am I proving here? Who am I proving it to? It's like I'm here, motherfucker. If I'm in your face, then you know what it is. I'm calling you, so you know what it is. I'm around you, so you know what it is. Like what else more do you need if you see me here? Like it says Libra Venus, but lately I've been in different energy. It's probably fire. It's either fire or water. Hey T, just got my phone back. Baby King broke my last one. Oh, it's okay, Sting. I learned to put Libra to the side. Yeah, like you lead with her regardless because she's your energy. She's your first point of energy. But I mean, I don't believe in wasting time, to be honest. I just be like, I don't know what the fuck you want from me. Because I'm not providing shit that your people ain't even provided yet. Like, think about that. You ever thought about that shit? It's real life people in the world who parents ain't doing what the fuck they need to do for them. So, how the fuck you want me to do some shit for you? The fuck? Like, nigga, do you understand what it takes to push somebody out of your hoo-ha? Like, for them to be like, fuck you, and then, like, you want to be in my face? Just because we touch a skin? And you want me to say that? No. Hell no. That's a lie. I can't do that. Like, I done met motherfuckers that was real live gay, and I ain't say shit. I'm just like, I'm talking about real live niggas. Do you understand? Like, I can prove that they are bisexual. I've seen shit in their phones. I know because of how they act, the shit that they say, the way that they move. I cracked that nigga phone. He didn't even know I cracked that shit while he was asleep. I'm looking at this nigga because I don't give a fuck about the shit you put in your phone for messages. I'm not gonna ever check a nigga messages because at the end of the day, nigga, you're gonna delete messages. I'm gonna look in that motherfucking history. And not just any history. I'm gonna look in your motherfucking search history. Not just any search history, but y'all know I went to school for computers. That's what the fuck I went to school for. So I'm all in this nigga private browser just looking at all of the gay shit this nigga watching. But I asked this motherfucker several times. I'm like, bro, are you gay? They ain't say shit. They just, no, what the fuck? I'm like, so you're not gay? No, all right. So now, what type of man would watch shit that's gay? Because all the people I know that's, you know, bisexual, or they are, you know, same sex or lesbian, they don't mind talking about it. It's literally like who the fuck they are. They're cool with that. Remember, I always talk about this shit. And all the reason I'm saying this shit is because for whoever fuck it is I'm talking to, it's like you over here trying to figure out if a nigga playing with your head, but he's not playing with your head, he's fucking gay. It's like, deal with somebody, because you dealing with somebody that's gay anyway. Like, you might as well deal with your same sex, nigga. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Shit. Yes, I always listen to the private one. Glenn and RuPaul. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, people literally can find love if they really just put all of the weird ass stigmas aside. Like, motherfuckers really don't be want to do shit because they feel like how it look. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, oh, you could miss out on some shit thinking like, oh, well, I'm not about to do some shit because this is not accepted or this is this way. It's like you trying to fulfill some sort of something, but like there's a real live building. It's some true shit. It's called the Stadium of Truth. Y'all ever heard of that? It's called the Stadium of Truth. Look it up. And inside of this Stadium of Truth, they have all of the Buddhists. So it's a Buddhism stadium. And I want to say it's in Bangkok. And everything you see is a woman, a man with two women. And or a woman with a man and a woman. But the woman is always first. Like everywhere you're looking at, you can look it up, Google it. It shows you what the fuck it looks like. But the main thing about Buddhist people that people fail to realize is that most of them are lesbian. Most of them. If you ever been to Thailand, you'll know that most of the people in Thailand are literally gay as hell. Especially the men. So if a woman goes there and she's gay, they actually not like the bitch. Even though they gay as hell. So here's what I'm trying to say, okay? Here's what I'm trying to say. You can't please a stigma. I've been saying this shit since the beginning of this reading. You can't please a stigma because the stigmas that people have are embedded from shit that they have learned and been like, you know what I'm saying? Like they done dug and put that shit all the way in your core of your fucking soul to make you believe some shit that ain't even fucking true. Ain't even fucking true. That's why a lot of men going nowadays. It's my homeboy. I talked to him today. I asked this man. I said, bro, because he got another nigga, and I don't know where the fuck he keep finding these fine shits. This nigga keep finding the finest niggas you'll ever meet, bro. I'm talking about shit so fine. You be looking like, what the fuck? Like he like, I'm just chilling with bae. Say hey. But the whole time, every time he FaceTime me, it's the nigga just, oh, hey, what you got the phone all in my face? And I'm like, he one of those. He like, oh, yeah, he one of those. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, so wait a minute. So this nigga fucking around with you. Birkin, Chanel, Gucci, Prada. Okay. He doing all this shit with you. But he don't want to be seen with you. Y'all see what I'm saying? He don't want to openly communicate and tell, you know, his people, yada, yada. I got a son and I got a family and I got... What the fuck? It says, oh, damn, you talking to me. Dude, I used to, like, had a thing for Thai women. That's hilarious. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, it's people in the world right now that you have no choice but to live your life unapologetically because the opposite of fear is money, nigga. And like somebody, you keep fucking going back and you keep thinking twice about shit that you need to just drop that shit, drop how you see it, drop how the fuck you feel like it's being saw, and just get to your bag. Because that's the only difference between your money. I'm talking about money. I'm not talking about no little ass, a couple $100,000. No, nigga, I'm talking about money. Like at least an M, 2M, 3Ms. Okay? Like the only difference between that and you is how are they going to take me when I have something to say to them? How are they going to take me when I have something to say about this? How are they going to perceive this when I say this? Okay? As soon as you stop giving a fuck about that, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. It says to you, Daddy, like, what is this? That's funny as ever. Like, little kids are actually, surprisingly, like, I got two homeboys. They're married. And they have children. They have a set of twins they adopted. And they have another son that they just got. And they never say nothing about them. And I respect the fuck out of them because they don't overly do it. Remember I said that, like, they've been like that since we was kids, though. Like, they don't overly do shit. Like, they just them. You know what I'm saying? And I know they probably like, you're like, well, what the fuck is going on? Like, why are we off topic? But I'm just saying, like, you got $3 million right there. Fuck them people. Fuck how a bitch feel. Like, people like waiting for other people to show up for you, they're not going to show up for you. They're only there because for as long as they are present in the energy of, they're going to hold up shit for you. They're going to continue to stop shit for you. People don't come in and then can't figure out if they love you or not. They come in and do exactly what the fuck they're supposed to be doing, which is leave you in between if they love you or not. See, you being stuck in between if they love you or not is your money. That's your money. Every time you can't figure some shit out, that's your money. Because a human being's frequency is higher than money. Remember? That's how you able to call money in. But you can't split a frequency. No more you could split a fucking sword in half. How could you? So wherever the fuck that sword is aiming at is wherever the fuck the energy is going. So if you stuck over here trying to figure out what the fuck going on with these people or those people or that person, then your money right over there with it. Until you are very sure what your sword is pointing at, you could love a motherfucker and not care. Does that make sense? It's like, nigga, my money's more important to me, so I love you, but you gotta sit the fuck over there. You pick them back up whenever you get whatever fuck it is that you're doing done. Because most people are full of shit anyway. You've been and did all of that shit for a motherfucker that don't mean you know well. Four of Swords. It's like Empress. See what I'm saying? You gotta focus on the more spiritual because your sword is all over the place. Like, and you can't hold two swords. I don't give a fuck how fucking strong you think you are. That's just like saying you could hold a goddamn, a fucking Tommy. Two Tommies. Nigga, you ain't never in your life seen no nigga do no shit like that. You never in your life seen a nigga with two Tommies in his fucking hand clearing some shit the fuck out. And I would love to see it if you feel like that shit actually exists. I done seen a nigga hold one, but I ain't never seen a nigga hold two. Okay? Give me one other card here. You got Capricorn here, Four of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Emperor in reverse. See what I'm saying? The second you stop giving somebody authority, apparently you'll get your energy back and you get your creativity back, let alone your money back. You got the Ten of Wands. Right now, you're hella restricted to whoever it is that I'm talking to. But they're telling you to keep going, even though you burned out. Five of Swords, times of change. But I believe that the point of this reading was the fact that you need to continue to move forward. And yeah, you might be mad that you got to spend $20, $30, $40 on some motherfucking candles or some motherfucking waters or some motherfucking bullshit. But at least you'll live to be able to talk about how you live through yet another man-orchestrated bullshit-ass mechanism. You know what I'm saying? So, just something to think about. I bet y'all. Make sure y'all like this for me. Like it. Support. Donate. I feel like too, whoever it is that I'm talking to, you've been really interested in financial management. I don't suggest you go toward that as a career. I feel like if I see one more motherfucking stockbroker, one more fucking, what's the people called? Sorry, that work at Morgan Stanley and shit. What are they called? Financial advisors. If I see one more of them motherfuckers, I'm gonna scream. Them and the motherfucking State Farm agents. Okay. Now I understand it's hard as fuck to get your Series 7 and your Series 63 and your Series 68. I get that. But you can literally just fucking find a career and not fucking settle into some bullshit because you feel like a nigga can sell you on the fact that you can make this type of money. Everybody says that shit in sales. Everyone. You can make up to, thanks Leanne, that you can make up to this amount of money, yada, 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 yada. It's like, okay, nigga, we already know that. But now the question of the day is, how the fuck do they make their money? Because most of their ass is trying to get their money on the back end fucking shit up. Like, I met a bitch who fumbled a whole fucking 70, 80 M deal because she want to backdoor all of the niggas that's a part of the deal. Like, she telling other motherfuckers that she want, you know, this and to do this and she don't want to do this forever in her life. And bitch just don't have shit to do with the deal. Don't have shit to do with the deal. And she fucked that shit up too. And all the people walked the fuck away. Them people was like, nah, we good. Like, you gotta know when the fuck, you know? You gotta know when some shit is some shit. Like, see, y'all know when to go. Y'all know when to react. Y'all know when to say something. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know when to do it. The only thing that y'all don't know is when to say fuck it on people, when to give up on people. It's like, y'all want to know why the fuck y'all gotta be this way or single or whatever. But it's like, nigga, you can't hold 9 swords, motherfucker. That's why the bitch over here said, look, 9 swords, she down. You can't hold 9 swords. It's impossible for you to hold 9 swords. You know how heavy 1 sword is? Wherever you point that sword is wherever you at. So if you have 9 of them bitches, imagine have 10 swords. That's why the 10 of swords is in that bitch back. That's why the 10 of swords is on the ground. All them swords is on the ground. Motherfucker defeated. They like, man, I can't hold all this shit. You can't hold all that many swords anyway. What you gonna do? Hold them in your arms so one can slip and cut your shit off? Every time you deal with a person, every time you meet a person, every time you communicate with a person, imagine putting a sword in the tuck or the crease of your arm to hold it. You know what the fuck that's doing for your arm? It's cutting you. Deep. Now imagine they said you the 3 of swords. So they take 3 of them bitches to put them through your heart. They telling you what the fuck you doing. What do you juggle? How many items do you juggle? Yeah. It's starting to make sense, don't it? If you juggling 3 swords, where the fuck they gonna land? Because you gotta throw them up in the air. Where the fuck they coming down at? Right in the chest. Okay, cool. So, yeah. Why the fuck juggle? Get one. Point your sword at it. If you can't find that one, if you're unsure of that one, you drop it. Because you got to still be pointing at something. If you're going to be pointing at your money, then they just run the fuck around. You're not connected to them. Like, yeah, go do your shit. Like, I ain't going to never hold a nigga up. I ain't never going to hold a nigga up. Like, I hold a nigga hostage. Yeah, I need you in a room for 2, 3, 4 days. Hell yeah. But after that, you got to get the fuck out of my face. Get out of my face. But after that, what the fuck I need you for? Not to say that a man is only good for one thing. I'm not saying that because I would like to get married one day. But I'm just saying, even when I get married, I doubt I'll love my husband more than he loves me. Because of the simple fact, I have to be free. That's how my mind operates. You know what I'm saying? And if I have a husband that is mature, he'll understand that. Like, okay, she don't want to be doing all of that shit. She want to go out. She want to travel. She want to kick it. She want to laugh. She want to eat good food. She want to fuck. She want to, you know. She want to travel. You know. She want to kick it. She might be emotional this day. But that don't mean that I'm attached to you. That don't mean that I belong to you. Thanks, Dink. Do that make sense? It just means that we are doing this amongst you and I. And in this process, I got to get to the bag. So you got to understand what I'm trying to do here. You ever notice how most rich women are by themselves? Most rich women are by themselves. They're lonely. Why? Because they're like, well, if I have all this success, I need to find a successful man that's just like me. How? Successful men are a limited commodity. They're called 1%ers for a fucking reason. And 9 times out of 10, there's only 2 of them in your state. You know what I'm saying? It says, you still doing okay? Like, I'll be back. Yeah. If there's only 2 of them in your state, why are you looking for a successful man? What you're not looking for is a partner. Or if you're a lesbian, you would be with another successful woman. One of my attorneys, she's actually a well-known attorney, which is crazy. She married another lady, another attorney. Why? Because there's way more successful women than it is successful men. Now, I'm not saying that that's the way you have to go, because there's some people that are no bars hold with shit like that. Just like it's men that they will down the fuck out of a woman and they will disrespect the fuck out of a woman, but the whole time they want to be with a nigga. It's like, why do that? You can just be with that. Or if you're a successful woman, you're going to have to be okay with a middle-class man. That's just what it is. Your nigga's not gonna make as much money as you. Now, can you put him on? Yes. Can you hire that nigga? Yes. So it's up to you to find a man that has etiquette, decorum, common sense enough to be able to be like, all right, how many of y'all fucking with niggas with degrees? How many of y'all fuck with niggas with degrees? Think about that. You didn't warrant or require a nigga to have education, but he could deal with the most prominent piece of you. He didn't handle his own knowledge and understanding well, but he can understand how to fuck good. He mastered the attitude. He says, we got our degree together. That's raw, but also rare. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for something like that, you could try to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But the average nigga don't have a degree. That's just being honest. Especially a black man. Black men are the least men that have degrees. Hispanic men are the least men to have degrees. The most people that are prominent for degrees in schooling are Caucasian. They're the leading people for degrees right now. They're the highest percentage of graduations or graduators or whatever the fuck the word is amongst society right now. Why? Because the professors that are grading the fucking papers, some of them just have agendas. Diversity and inclusion did not disappear, nigga. It just became a secret piece of paper that was passed around amongst different people so that only so many people could read it and the other motherfuckers didn't know about it. There's a reason that that you can do some shit and you're like, man, something about this motherfucker just seemed weird and off, but I can't put my finger on it. You know what it is. You know what it is, hey. And it ain't shit you can do about it. Besides call people out on their shit. Yeah, see, everybody has a boss. That's what people fail to understand. Everyone has a boss. Even a Tinderism nigga. Remember him? They told me they dropped that nigga off out here. And they ain't seen him since. Hey. They say, well, they dropped him off in Cali and they ain't seen him since. I bet they haven't seen him since. He probably quit. Or they opening up some shit out here. And he gonna run the motherfucker out there. But everything in the world, you know what I'm saying? Everything in the world, it runs off the same shit. Which is what you allow. Think about that. What do you allow? What will you allow? Because the minute a motherfucker see you getting some shit, that tenderism nigga is a good example. Keith Lee ain't even know he was starting up some shit with that shit. He had no idea. All Keith Lee was trying to do, he really was being a groupie. Nobody paid attention to that shit, but he really was being a groupie. Keith Lee really was looking at that old man like, man, this nigga raw as hell. He funny as hell. You know, like, he dope as hell. I want to go meet him. You know, he thought he had muscle like that, you know? Where he like, man, I'm about to go meet Shorty. I'm going to go shake his hand, yada, yada. I'm about to give him some money, yada, yada. And they stopped his ass like, whoa, whoa, he recording. And that's true because, as they call him Unc, he do be having people around him all day. He got like 5 or 6 bodyguards. That's a true fucking story. I met some motherfucker that was at the fucking place. They FaceTime me while they was in that motherfucker. Dude was walking around and they're like, nigga FaceTime me like, man, look who in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, he do walk around with guards. I do know that. That's true. But the thing with me that I will be saying is, you got your sword, what are you pointing at? If you're the motherfucker behind some shit and you the one who doing some shit, because everybody in the kitchen, as we can see, is Latinos and Caucasians, and the busters and all of that shit are African Americans. The security is African Americans. They say human capitalism placement is reflective of the CEO's visions for societies. So if you see all white executives and you see secondary, third level fucking executives as minorities or whatever, and you pretty much got a good fucking perspective of how the fuck somebody feel, which is you're good enough to be in the house, to raise the kids, to keep the yard, to keep kept, but you're not enough to sit at the table with me. If he would have just did his due diligence and opened up his own shit, which is what he was about to do until dude came in and told him, like, well, our shit going under. We got to do something. We can split our separate ways and close this bitch down. He came up with that idea not to. He says Keith Lee was him by God because he got some influence. He do. He really do. Keith Lee definitely has influence. But I feel like it's on a higher scale than that. It all goes back to us as people and what we want. Why do we keep splitting our dreams to share it? Why do you have to share your dream? Why you can't accomplish your dream by yourself? I know what you're going to say, well, how the fuck am I going to get the money to accomplish my dream by myself? Ask God for it. I'm a living testimony of that shit, bro. I've been motherfucking nigga. I done had so many doors closed on me where a motherfucker would be like, man, how the fuck did you survive? How the fuck did you survive? Like, how the fuck was you surviving, nigga? Like, it got to the point where I had to learn how to move because the niggas was trying to box me out so bad. Like, this was hooping. But at the end of the day, when God got motherfucking, when he got plans for you, no man can interrupt in that shit. And that's what y'all need to know. You got to weather this storm. This storm. You have to weather this storm. Because going into next week is a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. So, I can promise you that shit. Going into motherfucking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, to whoever it is that I'm talking to. Thanks, fine goddess. To whoever it is that I'm talking to. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You got so much shit going on. There's so much stuff happening in such a positive way that it's impossible for you to fail. Now, mind you, I told y'all, the people that play in the ethers is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So you better believe that them Pisces, man, they done seen you picking up that check. They done seen you motherfucker spending that money. They can see your thoughts. That's why your thoughts are uncertain. Some of y'all got a little money right now. Shit. Some of y'all got a little money right now. And you just got all them rapid thoughts. All of them thoughts. Y'all get y'all paycheck. Y'all head is going 1,000. I gotta buy this. I gotta buy that. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta pay this person. I gotta pay that. Man, you about to see so many motherfucking collection companies reach out to you. You gonna be like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah. It's AI. The motherfuckers know when you got money in your account. But more importantly, they surprised. These motherfuckers surprised. They like, nigga, wait a minute. Libra got money in their account. Taurus got money in their account. And they ain't spending? What the fuck? They like, hold on. Some shit ain't right here. Something off. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. It says, I haven't got my apartment, but I know I'm getting one. Fact. This is bro facts. I'm annoyed as fuck. Every time I turn around, it's a bitch begging. You funny as hell. Yeah, man, y'all about to get so many fucking settlement offers and emails and text messages and all type of shit. Because they know your energy ain't the same. They know you're not the same person, bro. They watching you, nigga. Told you. They know you ain't the same. 5 of Swords. They know that shit, bro. Justice. The Chariot. No way around that shit, bro. No way around that shit. So, gotta get in your bag. Gotta get in your bag. Don't get motherfucking knocked out of your... Listen, don't get kicked out your chair, shorty. You trying to jump the fuck up to grab the sword or chase a nigga. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that bitch. Right now, what you need to know is, if you gonna weather the storm, if you weather the storm, if you weather the storm, if you weather this storm, then your real motherfucking battle actually starts next week. Because as I told you before, and I'm gonna end this motherfucker live on this, the only way to circulate motherfucking energy to conjure up money is with fear. So if they gonna conjure up some shit, if they gonna play with some shit, if they gonna push a button on some shit, they gonna scare you or try to scare you on some shit. So when you scared or they scared of some shit, they gonna pull the money energy from some shit. And you need to be standing right fucking behind them. You need to tell them motherfuckers, hey, I see all that money you niggas just got. Give me some of that shit. Because the second you realize that you can do the same shit, because it's all in the ethers, it's going to change your fucking life. It's going to change your life. You can ask for some shit too. If this is the time frame that you're doing this, you ain't just pick today. You ain't just pick tomorrow. You ain't just pick the day after tomorrow. It's something about the energy of those 3 days that it required for certain shit in the world to happen that way, enough for them to be able to conjure off of that. Remember, we were in the highest frequency of our life, of our time. Shit so high, nigga, we could fucking call ET on the fucking main line. And they released some shit. And made sure for all 2 years that shit was in existence, that motherfuckers couldn't do shit. They had to stay in the crib. Hey. But ain't that crazy though? Because wasn't at the time that niggas was making the most money? Mighty funny, it was supposed to be a pandemic, but I seen a lot of niggas get on. How about y'all? So if this energy was supposed to be about a pandemic, it seemed to me like it had a lot of money behind that motherfucker, because I see more motherfuckers getting paid than I did see motherfuckers actually being ill. It could be me. So apparently that was the money years. So if a pandemic leads to money, but you have to stay in the house for 2 years. So that means that if I'm trying to hurry up and squeeze some shit in 2 days, and I'm going to make it affiliated with the weather, that means I'm only on a small window here. So that means this has to be a quick frequency, a high frequency, but a fast frequency. I ain't got enough time to make motherfuckers just do this shit for years. I got to get this shit done in 2 days. So that means that the energy got to be so motherfucking high. Think about that. You so funny. Tell me club money, regular money, drug. You funny as hell, bro. That's the most time I had some money. I'm trying to tell you. Bro, I ain't too far off with this shit. Niggas say what they want. One thing a nigga can't tell me is that I'm wrong. It's something with these 2 days. And it's even more funny. Mighty funny you keep trying to fall asleep during the day and you can't stay asleep. But at the night you energized. Mighty funny that there's always something clouding the skies during the day, but nobody cares about the nighttime. I've never seen them paint the sky at nighttime. Have you ever seen those Kim planes at nighttime? So it seems to me that the sun may be in his best value over the next several days. So much so that I can't even afford for it to touch your fucking skin. Because if you outside for 10 minutes, you're going to get frostbite. Or you ain't going to go out there to look at the sun because you're going to be too cold. But that don't stop you from staring into the sky from the window, do it? That don't stop you from sitting in your motherfucking car or in your window and manifesting, do it? It don't stop you from opening up your window to manifest, do it? It don't stop you from being grounded. Do it. See, I can do whatever I want to get you to stay in the house. But it may be some more to the shit. What if everybody else knows but the average Joe? I mean, this is Aquarius season. That is the best friend of Uranus. Uranus is the best friend of Jupiter. Because one thing I'm going to bet on is always going to be black. So I'm going to make the motherfucking assumption that we may be in Uranus energy. Which means Jupiter is probably the closest that he's ever been. But the last I heard about the planet of Jupiter was he was the coldest planet. So what if he's so close that he's also changing our climate? What if he's so close that I need you to stay in the house? And yeah, while I may be playing with the weather, but I'm also at the same sense concerned about what you might get by being around this energy of his. Because then my magic won't work, would it? Imagine if there is a person that's putting all of this magic on all Libras, all Taurus, all human race, all everything. Not just the semantics. But if your father is close, he gonna say, hey, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is you doing over there with that? Because where the fuck are batteries created from? Where do you buy that? You ever thought about that? One second, y'all. It says I keep my blinds open for the sun. I go to the front door. Y'all so smart. Make sure y'all like this for me. Like it. Well, who am I? And remember, this is only for entertainment purposes. And, the information I get here is strictly my views and opinions. But I'm just going to make the assumption, allegedly, we're close as fuck to Uranus. And we're close as fuck to Jupiter. Allegedly. So, if Zeus is your dad, and you ask him for something, quite naturally, he is required to deliver. No matter if you don't want him to or not. But he ain't giving you shit if that nigga living with you. Okay, because I know every black dad is like, man, that nigga still staying with you? No, I can't do shit for you. I don't give a fuck if that nigga rent free in your head. Your father ain't gonna give you shit. If that bitch rent free in your head, he ain't gonna give you shit. He says, could this be the reason energy off? Hell yeah. Your energy gonna be off like a motherfucker. Especially if you got Pisces, Virgo, Libra, Taurus, Gemini, Leo. If you got any of them motherfuckers in your chart, hell yeah, your energy gonna be off. That's the energy of money. Remember I said that. If y'all heard me yesterday, I was like, bro, motherfuckers, when they be feeling like death is near, that's not death, that's money. Money is a turnover. That's why I say the root of all evil is money, because the energy that money brings comes from the root. Okay, it comes from hell, from the bottom. Okay, it's on you and how the money reacts, like how the energy of the money becomes. You will never get nothing from the skies. God blesses you through people. He don't bless you through the roots. He don't bless you through the earth. Nothing about this motherfucker is has his name on it. He don't rule earth. I told y'all that. He rules the human psyche and good behavior, innocence. He rules peace. I'm still looking for work. I don't know what to do. Don't give a fuck about it. Like, if you can't find a job, then you've pissed some really high people off. Especially if you filling out for hundreds and hundreds of jobs and ain't no motherfucker calling you back. Then you a 144. Because their job is to make sure your ass don't get no money. Even if you take a job that you settling for, if you don't get that bitch, then you got higher ups or a purpose. That's crazy because I smelled death yesterday morning and like it was around. Yeah. That's money. That's money. Look at all the kids. All of the gifted children. Y'all don't see all them kids on TikTok? They standing outside and shit. The motherfuckers sleepwalking, opening up doors. Nigga, what are they going to? Where are they going? Like, that's not by accident, nigga. It's a spiritual plane in this bitch now. It's a spiritual spear. That bitch explodes and it's gonna just go about its fucking business by motherfucking the second week of fucking goddamn, or the last week of January. By the 26th, 27th of January, it's gonna be right back to normal. Hey, it's gonna be right back to normal. But it's something with these next 3 days. I gotta keep you in the house. I gotta make you a little fearful. I gotta make you a little concerned. This is true. He blessed me through people. People give me free stuff. Hell yeah, they give you advice. They give you connections. They give you conversation. They give you miracles, nigga. Libras don't rule tangible shit. Like you can't say you rule material shit because Capricorn rules material shit. Capricorns can summon technology and get a fucking new whatever. Libras, you meet the motherfucker that own the company that's gonna give you the whatever. That's the perk of Libra. Taurus, they meet the motherfucker that got the money that could buy them whatever. You will never be able to directly do shit. So that's why when I could come up on money, my mom will always get angry and try to sabotage me. Yeah. For manifestations. Yeah. Y'all manifested wrong because you saying you want the money. No, you can't get the money. You can spend the money, but you yourself, you not bringing in no money. And this is shit that I be saying. Like, why the fuck do these people not be telling y'all this shit? All these people that be in this motherfucker pulling these bitches and throwing these hoes around, why they don't be talking to y'all about this shit? They can't say they don't know. If you know everything about Libra, you know how Libra piss at night. You know how Libra stand up in the morning. You know how Libra crack their back. You know what I'm saying? But don't nobody want to tell y'all that y'all are the manifester. How the fuck you gonna manifest if you're the manifester? This is why we can't get the money. Because you're the empress. Money is forbidden for you. You're the richest nigga in the world's daughter. You cannot touch shit. You can't clean shit. You can't deal with shit. You can't talk to shit. You can't meet shit. You can't deal with just anything. Anybody. You're the richest motherfucker in the world's daughter. In this particular instance, Zeus is your fucking father. That's Jupiter. Uranus is your motherfucking auntie or your cousin. Okay. And they motherfucking asses will not allow you to do dumb shit or be around dumb shit or be around weirdos. You sit your ass in a chair. What do you need? What do you want? Tell me what you want. I'm going to give it to you. What do you want? What do you need? That's what the fuck your father asked you. What do you want? What do you need? If you want to go do the shit yourself, they're going to look at you like you fucking crazy. That's like you being a billionaire and you get out there and be like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Walmart. Yeah, you want to do regular shit. But I don't know how that shit gonna turn. I don't know how that's gonna turn out for you. Y'all motherfuckers want jobs. Okay. Who's gonna hire you? That's like fucking being on. That's like your dad being a gangster and you try to work in the hood. They come like, man, hell no. So I'm not hiring your ass. Your daddy a legend. No, man. You gotta go somewhere else. It's love. Yeah. They love you. Yeah. They love your pops. Yeah. But they're not gonna do shit for you out of respect for them because they know that that's full of shit. Like, so if you want some shit, you ask for some shit. That's true. Bill Gates put up to a burger joint. You ain't see that shit? In some Walmart shoes and a fucking polo shirt. Eating a fucking hot dog. With his glasses all the way to his face. That hot dog was so hot you could see the smoke in this nigga's glasses. He ain't had security. He didn't have nobody with him. That nigga said, I want a hot dog. I'm jumping the fuck out here. I'm getting a hot dog. And that bitch ate the hot dog on camera. He said, oh my God, this is so fucking good. Google it. Google Bill Gates eating that fucking hot dog. He dropped right by a fucking hot dog stand, jumped his ass out of a Honda, and fucking went and took them $25 shoes from Walmart and put them bitches to the ground and ran off and got a hot dog, a glizzy, and put some extra ketchup on that bitch. It says, so what, we just have to ask? Yes. And it has to be intentional. And you have to mean it. That's like calling your dad name and he turn around and he look over there at you and you say, Dad. He say, what? You say, I want $1 million. Fuck? For what? Oh, well, I just want to, I just want to buy a fucking a roller rink or some shit. I don't know. Like, well, what the fuck is the plan for when you get the motherfucker? Like, do you have money? Like, are you gonna be able to invest in it? Like, what the fuck is happening? What are you gonna do with it? Oh, well, I'm ready to buy a house. I'm ready. Okay, that's quintessential shit. Like, everybody want a house, nigga. Everybody want a car. Fuck that shit. Yeah, no. And then he gonna look at you and roll his fucking eyes. Like, nigga, what? You want to take currency from the world? You want to buy a crib and a car? So would you want to be settled here permanently when this shit is temporary? Or do you want the $1 billion or the $1 million because you want to be able to explore for the greater mission of your North Node, your greater mission of life, your purpose of why you're here? Are you accepting of what God wants you to do? What the fuck does he want from you? Why the fuck are you here? You ain't here to buy no crib, nigga. You ain't here to buy no clothes, nigga. You ain't here to shit on a nigga because I hope trying to play with you. You about to come in with a bust down, nigga. They don't give a fuck about that shit. Who the fuck are you? Are you a genuine, fine, peaceful, caring? Like, can you hold a conversation with God? And when he looking through you, can he see your pain? And can he see you are a genuine person? If he give you that money, is you gonna turn into some other shit just like that because he gave it to you? Because Glorilla glowed up, man. Glorilla glowed up. She done got a nose job. She done got her ass done, titties done. This a church girl. This somebody that, oh, I never let the game change me. I never let the game change me. And I get it. When you get money, you supposed to change. But imagine you actually came up and you built a church in your motherfucking community. Imagine you actually came up and you built a charter school in your community. Imagine you came up and you built your fucking community. Everything about every Bible says the same shit, community. He know the motherfuckers that really mean well because they come back and they do for their city. I don't give a fuck if it's something small. A nigga can throw a turkey at a homeless nigga back. You still did something for your community. Niggas can say what they want about Nick Cannon. They can say what they want about Nick Cannon. You can say what you want about them niggas in Chirac, but them niggas in Chirac They giving away motherfucking haircuts. They giving away motherfucking backpacks, nigga. They giving away motherfucking turkeys and all type of shit. Nick Cannon giving to his hood. That nigga put a fucking center in that bitch and everything. Same thing for Kobe. Remember? Yeah, Mamba Center out here. That nigga had that bitch up. That motherfucker still running till today. Like every time you go by that motherfucker, it's cars in that bitch without his presence. It's like, I get it. Sometimes we don't want to give back to motherfuckers that don't want to do shit but take advantage of a system and smoke weed and just sit around and not do shit, yada yada. That ain't my place to judge. That's why the fuck God said that shit. You are not to judge nobody. That don't got shit to do with you. What you do for a motherfucker, what they eat, what you eat don't make them shit. You just do it. You ain't gotta be there. You just do it. The same way you'll hire a motherfucker to do some shit, you can hire a motherfucker to do it. They know it's coming from you. You ain't gotta be there for it to be acknowledged. Maybe you gotta be somewhere else at the time. But what you think you want has to align with Rahu Ketu. Remember that? It keeps showing up in y'all readings? Rahu Ketu. I keep saying that. That's Taurus. That's Scorpio. So you say to yourself, where the fuck do you got Taurus? Where the fuck you got Scorpio? Because that's going to be an intricate piece on your north and your south node. Is it going against it? Are they enemies? Do they help? Do they support? Do they like each other? Well, I mean, based off of some of y'all Jupiter signs, imagine you got a Jupiter sign that don't fucking agree with Taurus. Well, it might be a little bit hard for you right now. Or imagine they don't agree with your south node. That might be a little hard for you right now. So you might be experiencing what is considered as you trying to build some shit that's outside of your north. See, I know my purpose. Remember I told y'all that. Like, I have so many fucking placements in Pisces. It's fucking saddening. I have so many fucking places in Taurus. It's fucking saddening. I have so many places in Aqua. It's fucking saddening. I have so many places in Scorpio. It's fucking saddening. That you'll just be like, bro, you have a fucked up eclectic chart. And I do. And I'm okay with that. So as you say to yourself, Pisces and Taurus get along. They toxic, but they get along. You see what I'm saying? They toxic, but they get along. It's mighty funny that a lot of y'all on this motherfucking, in my community, y'all got quite similar charts. You ever thought about that? Think about that. Y'all may be different, but y'all purpose is the same. Because at the end of the day, your purpose ain't about who you are. Your heart is a bigger chamber than his. No, motherfucker. Who you are, what you are to become, the mission that you are to fulfill has everything to do with your chart. So why gotta ask me to argue with me? You funny as hell. Yeah, I seen your shit. You different, but amazing. Laughing my ass off. Thank you. When I broke down my chart, man, I just was looking at my shit like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, what you want me to do with it? I'll be having conversations with God like that, and I think that's why I'm so blessed. I bullshit you God. I literally be talking to God like that. Like, bro, whose kid is this? Because look at drunks, look at drug heads, look at fucking psycho ward people. You know they talking to somebody. You know they talking to somebody. The question is, who are they talking to? People, oh, they struck out on drugs. That's what they talking to themselves. They ain't talking to themselves, nigga. It's a feeling you get where you know who you talking to. That's like when ghosts come to bother y'all. You be like, oh, no, now. I don't know what the fuck you got going on, bro, but you need to get the fuck on, okay? When you see the spirit of a bitch, you start cussing this bitch spirit out. This bitch gonna come over here, park by me with her ugly boy-headed big face ass. Fuck her. Fuck that nigga. He think he's slick. Who you talking to? Who you talking to? You're not crazy. So who you talking to? You talking to their spirit. So that's how I talk to God. I talk to God all the time. Hey, bro, get your brother kids, man. Get your brother kids, man. If I have to do that to your nephew or do that to your niece, yeah, go get them. Yeah, you're gonna be mad as hell at me, cause we all know I don't have what you're looking for. I don't have what you're looking for. You didn't give me that. Okay. So if you want to go back and you want to redo it, okay? You had 3 opportunities to respawn my ass, but you ain't respawned me. So apparently it wasn't my time. So no take backsies. But I'm going to slap your niece and nephew if they keep playing with me. That's just how I'm coming. Yep. But I hope this helped. I hope this helped. Okay. This is, but like, how do you just know your exact purpose? Your North Node is your purpose. Your North Node is your purpose. And when you tapped in to have real, genuine conversations with your higher self, you hear a lot of people say that. They like, oh, you know, my higher self, my higher self. Your higher self is when you fucked up. Your higher self is when you hurt. Your higher self is when you in a bad relationship. Your higher self is when you want something. That's your higher self, because you have to raise above that to do something else, to be stronger than you were. That's your higher self. People be thinking you gotta be like floating and shit on clouds, and you gotta be a fucking, you know, a better person, and now you humdulillah and all type of shit. No, that's not what the fucking higher self is. Your higher self is getting past the worst point in your life. Because if you're at your lowest, when you get past that, you're at your highest. Money don't make you higher. Money makes you a value. Your spirit makes you higher. Your spirit makes you a value. So look at your North Node. I knew my purpose when I started realizing that I could see aura colors. I was like, man, no. I swear, y'all, I put one hand to God, bro. I was like, man, no, man. No, no, no. I was like, no, I don't want this shit. I was like, God, you could pick anybody else, okay? Just get us to somebody else, man. Like, then I started being able to see shit. I was like, and I used to be so scared to pray. As a little girl, oh my God. I used to be petrified. I used to be like, bro, I'm not going to pray, bro. I'm not going to pray. Because every time I pray, something bad used to happen. It was like the devil was grooming me. So that way I think that prayer was bad type shit. Until, I don't know who the fuck it was. I told a random, no, I told my uncle friend. And I ain't going to say too much about Shorty, but his ass really, yeah, he was really that. Okay? He was really that. Really that. Remember I told this man one day, I was like, man, do you believe in God? He was like, man, I believe in hell. And that's where I'm going to send a motherfucker if a nigga keep playing with me and I was like, do you think you going to go to hell? He said, yeah, I do. I was like, okay. And I was like, I feel like every time I pray to God, I feel like he just sent something bad to happen. He was like, man, if you telling me your what do you say? If you telling me your phone number out loud, I can hear you across the street. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, okay, like what the fuck? I don't fucking know what the fuck that means. And then it dawned on me one day, nigga, when you saying your prayers and shit out loud, nigga, everybody can hear you. Your shit's up for grabs. So no, you're not being haunted, and no, you're not being picked with. No, you're not a product of this or that. It's merely the fact that everybody can hear it. So you have to expect it. Again, your higher self. Well, I didn't put that shit out there so I can expect some goofy shit. Yeah, I knew you was coming. Why? Because I knew what to expect from my higher self. That I said this shit that you would have to come after. What would surprise you is if you said some shit or did some shit and nothing fucking happened. But it never works that way. It says North Node. We also went to work and school in the North after slavery. I mean, honestly, slavery ain't come from the North. Slavery was freeing ground. It was like fleeting, fleeing. We come from fucking UK, nigga. We come from the United Nations, British, nigga. Creole motherfuckers is French people. Them niggas is from Britain. Nigga, the British went to Africa to find jewels, nigga. We broke off of Africa and went the fuck out here. And because we were out here already, we still had resources. And they came back to this motherfucker because it was in the middle of the water. Like, hey, bro, what the fuck y'all got going on over here? They brought ships to this motherfucker. Remember that. It says school is the only thing that has semesters really in careers. Its season time is on you. I mean, you got to remember how much shit is man-made. Like, they made Tarzan white. Once I seen that shit, it was just like, what the fuck is going on here? It was like, nigga, a black man is the only motherfucker that could tame a lion, a bear, a tiger. A black man can tame a monkey, a snake. A black man can hit a head of a ram. Google the black dude. My bad, y'all. And they ain't never gonna tell us shit. So, something to think about. Your north, that's what matters. Your moon, because my bad, y'all. I'm a wait for some motherfucker to stop calling me private. Somebody want to blow my shit up back to back. You see what I be saying? That be the shit I be talking about. They be like, nigga, people be beating, they still call your phone, sure. They like, and I'll block you quick as hell, so you gonna call me private, you weird. Who the fuck it is? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Okay. I can't. All right, cool. But no, it's your north node, your south node, your moon sign. So like basically when you on your way to your north node, the devil, he gonna bother you through your north, he gonna bother you through your moon or your rising sign. Like that's his way of fucking with you. See, and the reason I say you can't do magic on Geminis is because in my walk, I can't experience distraction. I can't experience distraction from love. Do that make sense? I can't experience distraction. So I had to learn all levels of communication to learn deception. Because body language is the biggest deceiver. Words are the biggest deceiver. The devil uses communication as his playing ground. So they gave me the moon sign of communication so I could realize when he's in front of me or around me. I know when shit stop making sense that your ass a fucking devil or a demon or a liar. I know not to take you serious. Not that I would anyway, but I know what I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? Once that runs, then I go to my Pisces, or I go to my Virgo, or I go to my Taurus within. Do that make sense? Because then I could jump into the ethers. Do that make sense? And I can protect myself because I can see who's throwing magic at me. I can see their face, literally. I could look around the corner at a bitch at her altar. I could look at a corner at a bitch near her window where the fuck the car is at on the left side of the crib. I could look out. I could look and see. You know what I'm saying? A bitch in a black robe. You know, like it says moon is reflecting. I'll get up and wouldn't. Right. Nah, they say that shit about the moon. The only reflection that you see is the only reason that the moon has a reflection on the moon card is because how the fuck you see yourself is how you allow yourself to be treated. It's not as reflecting. It's what you see is what you get. So if you see yourself as this person, that's how a motherfucker gonna treat you. A person only comes to you to the illusion of what your weakness is that you ignore. That's the moon. You're like, all right, you acting like you ain't fucked up, then I'ma send you a fucked up nigga, like, or a fucked up bitch. It says, T, do you have lucid dreams too? I don't have dreams. I never dream. Or maybe I just don't remember. But I don't have dreams. I remember when a bitch was throwing magic at me, like, I seen her, like, try to throw some shit, but the way they ate that bitch in my dream, I was just like, God damn. And I think I'm slow even in my dreams. Because I was in that bitch like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, I was in that bitch like, I smoke weed, bro. I don't even smoke weed. I was in there like, damn. Like, they snatched that bitch into like 5,000 pieces. Like, one took the arm, one took the other. Like, God damn. I was like, I bet you that bitch will never. I bet you that bitch will never fucking do that shit again. And lo and behold, every single time they just chew this bitch alive, that bitch put herself right back the fuck together, and she just come right back around the fucking corner. And I just be like, bitch, I don't give a fuck how many times that you know what I'm saying, that you do the shit. I now know that your weak ass can't do shit, and that they be fucking your ass up like that every time. So I ain't got nothing to do with it. I hate when people talk about my world. LL people win to sleep paralysis. I don't know what you're saying. You missing some shit. I ain't never dealt with sleep paralysis. That's just not really some shit I deal with. I'm almost fighting. It's just in my dreams. You said what's the name of the person? I'm sorry. Yeah. I think the last dream that I had was when, oh shit, remember when I was before I moved, I had a candle, true shit, I had a candle on a dresser, baby, like, and that motherfucker like set on fire. Cause like I seen in the dream that a bitch was a fire sign was trying to set fire. They was doing death spells and they was trying to like burn some shit down or whatever. And like I had did like protection spell, protection mantra. You know what I'm saying? And so like true shit. This is how I know God fucks with me, bro. I'm sleep. Like, mind you, I don't sleep during the day. I fall asleep, boom. My grandmother, you know what I'm saying? One of my grandmothers, like, come to my dream, and she never used profanity. Never. I've never heard this lady curse a day in my fucking life. I'm talking about a noble woman, talking about respected, all type of shit, to the highest level of the government. Do you understand? So I'm sitting here like, all right. And she like, hey, you know, I'm sorry I haven't seen you in a while. Because she used to come to me in my dreams all the time. And she was like, but I feel like you got this on your own now. Like, I'm only going to come in when I feel like you need me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what the fuck? This is me talking though. Like, and this is me at my age, you know? I'm like, man, I need you every day. Like, I need you to check in. I need to see your face. I need to talk to you, yada, yada, right? And so she was like, man, like, we gonna get to that. That's exactly what she said. Like, we gonna get to that. But right now, she was like, you need to get up. I'm like, what? She's like, you need to get the fuck up now. She's like, something's on fire. Man, I looked at her like, what the fuck? She's cursing? Man, I bullshit you not. She slapped the shit out of me. Smile. Get the fuck up. I wake up, man, that fucking fire on the dresser was high as fuck. But the crazy shit about the shit was, it didn't move nowhere. It didn't make it to the ceiling. It didn't make it to the other side. I had clothes, bro. I'm not gonna act like I'm just, you know, I had clothes and shit hanging out the dresser. Look at y'all, you dirty. I don't give a fuck. Cause I had just put some different shit on and I just smushed some shit down and closed it. But it was still shit sticking up out of the dresser. I'm just being honest. Like, you know how you had little shit just sticking out on the side? And so, my stupid ass, cause I went to fucking public school, I put water on the shit. Cause who the fuck told me not to? Like, that's not my fault. That's Dave's fault. Cause nobody told me to do that shit. I put some water on that shit. That shit, the container bust into 1,000 pieces. And my big slow ass, I took a fucking, cause you know, you don't learn this shit. I mean, I got some shit now. Like, I bought them fucking fire blankets. You know what I'm talking about? Where you just throw the fucking fire blanket on top of the motherfucker and go out. But nobody told me not to fucking put water on the shit. Who the fuck? They say you ain't supposed to put water on grease. Nigga, that ain't grease, that's wax. Fuck. So I put water on it and it just busted to 1,000 pieces. So I went to go get a towel. Because, you know, I'm thinking like, okay, if I put the towel on it, it's going to mask the fire. No. The whole towel went up in flames. I was like, what the fuck? Now, mind you, all of this shit is happening in like 2 minutes or less. And I'm not panicking. I didn't call the kids. I didn't call 911. I just politely holding the towel while that bitch is on fucking fire to my tub to turn on the fucking shower for it to go out. And then I took that shit and I fucking walked that shit over there and dropped it on top of the fire while it was soppy. And I just was like, and this is a true story. Y'all know I'll never lie to y'all. That shit was dripping on the floor. It was smoke in the room. The smoke detector didn't go off. Fucking bitches. I opened up the window. I opened up the other window. And I went the fuck back to sleep. I was like, man, I ain't got time for this shit today, bro. And I was sitting there talking to God. I'm like, bro, I don't know what the fuck that shit was, man, but I ain't got time, bro. He was like, man, he said, your biggest thing is you ain't panic. He's like, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. That's exactly what the hell he said. Your biggest thing is you ain't panic. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. And I said, all right, fuck it. And I listen. I haven't seen my granny in a dream since, and I haven't had another fucking problem since. Do you hear me? Not one. I had an instant burner in my room while I was asleep. I definitely poured water. You're definitely not supposed to use water. It says, unfortunately, you're right. My people's taught us laugh my ass. I'm trying to tell you, they ain't teach me that shit, man. I was in that bitch like, whoa, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And what's even more crazy, I've had 2 homegirls, okay, die like that. Where they had them fucking garter doors. They had the key to the door. And my homegirl, I always told this motherfucker, bro, I RIP her, man. That was my nigga, bro. That was my right hand, man. She was a Cancer. That was my baby. Like, I used to tell that nigga all the time, bro. Like, man, put the fucking key on the thing around your wrist. She be locked in the crib for fucking 3-4 hours trying to find this fucking key to get the fuck out of the house. I'm like, bro, what if something ever happened to you, nigga, and you can't find the fucking key? And she had asthma, like really had asthma. I be saying I got asthma, but she really had asthma. And like, she fucking lost the key, and the fucking house, the kitchen, set on fire, and she couldn't get the fuck out. That shit pissed me off. I was so mad. I'm like, man. Only to find out the key was in her bedroom, in her purse. So she could have army crawled to the fucking room to get the fucking purse, to get the fucking key, to army crawl to the front door. But her and, I believe it was like they dog or some shit died. I was like, man. I couldn't even go to the funeral. I didn't even go to the funeral. Everybody kept asking me, like, man, you gonna go to the funeral? I'm like, man, I can't. I could not bring myself to do that shit. That was like 2 years ago. I was like, man, I can't do that shit, bro. I can't. I was like, I'm not going to. I called OG, told OG. I told her why. And I was like, man, you gotta understand, like, you know, I'm very spiritual. She's like, man, I already know that. I know you've been gifted since you was a kid. Like, you used to tell me shit. I didn't know that. She told me, though. She's like, man, you used to tell me shit, you know, about stuff, you know, before it even happened type shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to grandmas. They really are the best. They really are. But I was like, it's something with me spiritually. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to it. She's like, for real? Like, no. She's like, it's okay. So she mailed me what is it, like an obituary, and I told her to send me the sweater that I bought her when we was kids, because her mom still had that motherfucker. I was like, man, put that bitch in a bag, bro, and send it to me. It was a Coogee sweater. I was like, send me the sweater, man, like, and send me her obituary. So she sent it. I was like, all right, that's all I need. But I ain't going to no funeral to watch no fake motherfuckers, because when she had a problem, she was calling me, and there wasn't none of them motherfuckers around, so I ain't trying to hear none of that. So, but I love y'all real bad. I'm gonna try to get this Cash App Live out of the way. If it's too late, then I understand. I keep saying I'm gonna do the shit, but I'm also trying to like delay because of my energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why. It's just something, you know, when some shit tell me not to do some shit, I won't do the shit. I know that sound bad, because people be like, nigga, you say you're gonna do a Cash App Live, and then a day go by, 2 days go by, it be like, the energy be all, you know what I'm saying? I love you more. So if y'all see me go live tonight, I'm doing it tonight. But if not, y'all know I'm guaranteed gonna do it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I want to do it tonight. But I'm gonna meditate on it and see what feels right. I kind of feel okay doing it today. I really do. I kind of feel okay doing it today. But it's just it's a weird energy around. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all feel that? I mean, it could be me, but like, I feel like something is like, you know, like I feel like something is just kind of like around or some shit. Like it could be me, but I'm very suddenly wrong, you know. So I usually try to analyze and shit. I'm the bitch if the aliens park they shit in the middle of the sky and they just start falling out the fucking sky. I'm the bitch that'll be like, what the fuck is that? And then I'm just abducted. I was like, I just be having to figure it out. I'm like, you know, I wonder what that spaceship is made for. Abducted. Okay? One hit the ground. I mean, he's pretty small, abducted. Okay? These bitches is brown. They said these hoes was gray and black, abducted. Okay? I'm the motherfucker who was like, you think he's slimy? Touch his back, he can abducted. It's like, what the fuck is you touching him for? That's me. You know? Do you think he likes paper? Rattles a bag, abducted. Like, I don't know. No, it's definitely weird. Like, it's just jumping bodies to piss me off. You funny as hell. I'm telling y'all, it got something to do with that shit. Jupiter, Uranus, and them fucking aliens, bro. I know Jupiter is near because it's cold, but you know, I'm definitely getting like some other shit too.
Don't be going crazy.
I'm live. Oh. Damn. Tell me, don't be going crazy. Who talk? Why? Okay. I'm talking to your daddy.
Ew.
She's talking about ew. What? My bad. That was my fiery Aries. Every time I bring up their daddy, they say the same shit. Ew. Why can't I do that? His freak ass keep calling me. I'm just trying to check on your ugly ass. I don't give a fuck. Bitch, you don't have to check on shit. What's gonna happen to me, ho? Because there ain't shit you gonna do. Because if I gotta drop these motherfuckers off to you, good luck. I'll gladly take my kids. No, the fuck you won't, you lying ass nigga. Come take them right now. Come get them now. All things to share out. His ugly ass couldn't. No, they in good hands. They in good hands. I ain't gonna lie. That's one thing I can say. You a good mother. Shut up, bitch. You just saying that because you don't want to take them with you, ho. What if I'm not, huh? BD's turning into long lost brothers. You funny as hell. Talk about a long lost brother. Ugh. Long lost besties. Especially his ugly ass. I knew him since I was 11. I remember I had the biggest crush on his ugly ass, but he never could stay in school. So when I found out he was back in school, I paid somebody to figure out his classes and try to act like I fake bumped into his ass. All the time. $20 I spent was for my own fucking headaches. Fuck. I'm talking about BD trying to bring up the good time. He really was. He funny as hell. So, hey, man. He was just talking about that shit the other day. So, you remember that time that whole ass nigga? He was talking about Aquarius. Remember that time that whole ass nigga told me that y'all was fucking in the truck? Our nigga wasn't your truck. Because, I mean, you keep saying that. That ain't the point. It was cheating. And you was fucking a bitch that wanted to know what type of bread, if I wanted extra meat, cheese, what type of cheese I wanted. Did I want any veggies? Yeah, I wanted a 6-inch sub or a 12-inch, bitch. Apparently, the bitch was stuck on 12-inch subs, ho. What told his ass? Do you want details? Because I can give you deets. I don't want to hear shit. Why? Well, after several years, you can't hear how I was getting clapped in the back seat. Like he was eating a 12-inch sub. Or better yet, while she was eating a 12-inch sub. I gotta go, bro. Okay, well, call you back, ho. Call me back. Until the other baby mother, I said hi. Until the kids, I said hello. What you talking about? He was like, man, fuck you. You know she don't like you. I don't give a fuck. Tell the bitch I said hi. That's exactly why I want you to tell her I said hi. Put me on speaker. Put me on speaker. I don't know who's gonna the vertigo. Girl, he look like the type of nigga that'll catch vertigo. I don't know why. He just look like the type of nigga that get that shit. Like, nigga, it's people that randomly get shit and then it's him. He just look like the type of nigga that get some shit like that. It's almost like a nigga that get attacked by yellow jackets. He was like, I got stung by some yellow jackets. You look like the type of nigga that get stung by. Bitch, you look like a yellow jacket. The nigga turning into Michael Jackson. I mean, a snake can never keep his form, can it? Man, the way I would hold my stomach and laugh at that bitch. Oh, bitch, you're peeling. Not you peeling. I knew that shady skin was gonna come off at some point, you snake. I'm gonna go eat an orange. Oops. Was that offensive? I'm about to eat an orange. What side of the orange would it be? Okay. Would you be the peeling on the inside or would you be the orange itself? I'm just asking. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Look at y'all. Oh my God. You a sensitive bitch. You'll have to know him to know why I'm not being sensitive. Anybody else that got that shit? What's her name? Winnie Harlow? Winnie Harlow got that shit. Man, I was at an event in New York. Man, y'all know I'll never be on this whole capping. That bitch tall as hell. That bitch gotta be at least, what, like 6'1"? Or she on some heels. That bitch at least 6'2". That bitch walked past me, I said, damn. Fuck wrong with her skin? Listen. I bet you she got her a nigga to lead. I bet you she got her a nigga to lead. She's the sweetest motherfucker you ever meet. The prettiest motherfucker you ever meet. Absolutely. Like, now, his ass looked like a spider. Not even spider. One with red spots. No, one with white spots. His ass a hoe. And he already is not coughing still. He ain't gonna have much to say. Come on. Almost didn't recognize you. My apologies. I almost walked right past you, okay? Look like a guy I know named John. What are you talking about? Man. I'm the worst baby mama you ever want to have if I don't like your ass. This off-top routine, what you think of the name Antonio? I feel like it's common, but I feel like you don't want to create a gender or ethnic biased name. You know what name I love? And I'm mad that I'm giving it away. But I love the name Harlan. 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 I love that name. If I have a motherfucking kid, I'm naming that child Harlan. I don't give a fuck who got it. I gotta put him sign language. I got my baby read program. Hey, I have Kenyan speech therapy, but it's already hard enough. Well, use whatever the fuck he learning, and you need to apply that to his ass. You gotta start giving him random facts that nobody asked for. Like, we were in speech therapy today, and today we learned on how to shh the fuck up. You know, you just put your hand over your lip like this, and we learned the word shh. And you, sir, have been too shh. So, we need you to open your mouth, say ah, and say something. You just have to be rude to him. You have to be rude to him. Like, they have so many programs now. I don't feel like he got a speech problem at all. I feel like he just don't want to talk to motherfuckers. Y'all need to leave his ass alone. And stop listening to these motherfucking people telling y'all there's something wrong with y'all fucking kids. I bet you if he don't want some shit, he don't take it. What about Jariah? I like the name Jariah, but it's still ethnic. It's still ethnically identifiable. I'm saying this because I used to deal with human capital. And so therefore, when I got certain names on resumes, I was like, all right, we got Shaquisha, we got Erica. We got Lisa. Look at last name. Williams. Nope. Just what it is. I feel like you gotta be rude to niggas, period. Right. Okay. Let's talk about niggas' grannies. Niggas love them side wig ass grannies. I'm telling you, they love that granny. Or talk about their mama. You gotta send pictures too. Right. I was scrolling on social media. Look what I found. Found an ugly ass picture of his mama. Send it. Ain't that your mama? Yeah. What? Where you get that? I said it was on social media. Everything is stereotypical. Oh no, see, baby. When you're raising a black man or a bicultural man in societies, you have to be the one to put him ahead of the game. And those conversations start before he even gets here. You don't wait until a child is born, until you figure out how to make sure he can safely survive in life. You learn these things before you have them. It's a part of being a boy mom, I swear. Once he's here, you'll know more about what I'm talking about. But if I had one advice for mothers that have sons, start preparing for his arrival long before he gets here. Because he'll stay here long after you're gone. If you don't prepare for his arrival, then he'll grow up with certain ways, and then you would hope to outlive him. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from a motherfucker that raised how many boys? How many nephews? It was 22 of my OG in them. So I raised most of my little cousins. I got a big ass, 6'9" in here right now. And I have a just turned preteen teen that's a whopping 5'9.5". So you gotta prepare them motherfuckers right now. Because that second they play with you, you gotta beat the shit. I'm just kidding. Yes, I know. My grandma be on me about it. Hell yeah. Gotta be. Have to be. Boys are the only ones in society that you gotta worry about right now. That shit crazy. You got to. I got 4 boys. They are different, I swear. It's easy. You just gotta get ahead of them. As long as you're ahead of a boy, it's just like a man. As long as you own to their shit and you're ahead of their shit, they won't try to play shit. But if you lag, tweak, you might run into some issues. Because the second they feel like they could, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, run you over. Like, boys only respond to crazy shit. They only respond to crazy shit. Like, you could tell them some shit. And they don't like showering. They don't like to shower. They're very easily influenced. I don't care how much good a parent you are. Boys just test you different than girls. Girls, they be, oh, boys this, boys that, friends this, friends that. But eventually they grow up and they end up being like your bestest friends. You know what I'm saying? Or they end up being like the closest ones to you because they start to realize that you have knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But boys, they don't see that. They just start to think more and more about how they want to escape. Like my Paddington built ass brother. It was always about a bitch with him. Like, that bitch got them earrings. I swear to God, I think this nigga whole life just went downhill with them earrings. The minute that bitch was able to buy them earrings, it was just like, yep. I don't know, this hoe gonna be a problem. Look at him. He has chicken chin. I was like, any motherfucker with chicken chin and diamonds, you already know that shit is not gonna work out well. Because the bitch turned to the side. It was floppy and loose at the bottom of his chin. And I was just like, well, you might as well just go ahead and prepare to beat the fuck out of him. Because, man, and let me tell you, every 5 minutes, it was the police. It was something. Okay? His ass just never could get it right. It says they never shower. Hell no, they don't. Them motherfuckers go right in the bathroom and splash water over their face and have a towel and rub that shit in circles, make it seem like they just got out the shower. They stick their head in that bitch, or they stick they and be walking around smell like ass. You be in that bitch like, oh, and you know I gag easily. I be, but luckily I'm crazy, so like I told them when they was young, okay. You get your ass in the shower, or I'm gonna get in there with your ass in the shower. You just tell me what you want. They're like, oh, what the fuck? All right then, get your ass in that shower, cause I'll be fully clothed while your bitch ass in this motherfucker showering with my back turned. Yeah, wash between them cheeks, ho. Wash that neck, wash them legs, lift it up, squat down, motherfucker. Yeah, they fucking stink. They funky is different than our funky. That shit should be researched, baby. You be in that bitch like, oh, and I gag easy. I don't gag on it for the shit, but I'll be gagging like, I ain't got no time. I said that this is you just turned 13 years old. I'm trying to tell you. They be so dramatic with it. Yeah. Like you doing something to them by making them wash their ass and you giving them free water. But, you know, you just gotta brace for it, that's all. Like they different, but you know you never. I don't give a fuck. I could be going to motherfucking Starbucks at 7 in the morning. He gonna jump in that car and ride. My other child, he gonna jump in the car and ride. We was on the train. That big motherfucker can't even stand up on the train. His ass with his neck down, with his shoulder at the top of the fucking train. I told him, nigga, who's you talking? No. We're not doing this. But boys, they gonna hang you back, man. That's one thing about them. We're gonna have a friend for life, and they love to travel with you. Like the girls, they like to travel, but they like to go fun places they can take pictures. But him, he don't give a fuck. As long as he's around, he good. My youngest too, he love to eat. I swear, they be on him about that too. I mean, cause I don't really eat leftovers like that, cause it's very seldom any. But when it is, he'd be the motherfucker doing there. But like, man, I'm about to eat this, I'm about to eat that, and the girls will be on him like, no, you gotta be healthy, yada yada. So technically, he got mini moms in this motherfucker, miniature moms. We don't single mom for a boy. Jordan must have been like, they really gonna humble you, cause what the fuck? I mean, I honestly feel like boys should be raised by women. I feel like girls should be raised by men. That's how I feel. A nigga will probably say the opposite. A man that's not spiritually evolved will say that it takes a man to raise a man, but most men are not evolved. Most men don't even know what the fuck they're doing or what the fuck they want. If a man can't figure out his bitch and what his bitch needs and wants is, you will serve no justice to your son. You can't. Because how would you be able to hear him out and you're steadily imposing what you feel? I done seen a kid running with a weight vest on. He was like he was about 13, 14. And his dad was behind him. And he made him run. He had him running all around his cul-de-sac, right? With his vest on. Now, mind y'all, how many athletes I've dated in my life? The girls, their dad, my ex-husband, all professional athletes, by the way, okay? Mind you. Well, street nigga, former athlete. The other one's a professional athlete, okay? So here's my issue. Here's my concern. That ain't how you train, boo-boo. But because your failed ass dreams was an issue, you feel the need to try to impose that shit on your son. And that don't always work because men have feelings too. Thank you. Men have feelings too. And quite frankly, they are more emotional than us. And while you don't want to make him soft and yada yada yada, you gonna make an aggressive ass school, you know, pure, if you keep treating them as if their feelings don't matter. Be a man to a boy in 2026 doesn't qualify because there's too many people in the world poking at their character. It's hard as hell for them to be that when people are enticing them. Every day, little boys have to go through something in the world. From teachers that are targeting them because of their ethnicity, to girls that are targeting them because they like them, to friends that are targeting them because they're jealous. And then they have to, if they're your kid, they're spiritual. So now you got all these people. That's the realm he's in. It makes better for a child not to deal with a toxic father, because the father usually has demons that he'll try to impose on the child. No different than a toxic mother for a child. I've seen some shit, man. I've seen some shit. I seen a motherfucking well, it wasn't my homegirl. It was my homegirl type shit. Like I wouldn't fucking with her from the time I met her. But that bitch was in there talking about her 17-year-old be at the parties and shit with her. She be sneaking her in. I'm sitting here like, why the fuck you want to expose her to that fucking life? Because you need somebody to roll with. Bitch, go by yourself. Why are you taking your kid with you to some shit like that? And like I told her, nigga, and what the fuck you do if a nigga try to holler? She's like, oh, they try to holler at her all the time. I'm talking about motherfuckers with money, yada, yada, yada. And you know what's funny? Her and some other bitches, they all did the same shit. They was taking their kids to them parties. And what I thought about, the first thing I thought about was them other motherfuckers, the diddler. And how them motherfuckers was having access to them little girls. Them little girls wasn't just picked the fuck up and snatched and brought to that shit. Them hoes, they mamas and shit, was bringing them little girls to them. Maybe a few or two was just dumbfounded and, hey, bring a friend. But for the most part, them parents was just as accountable for them kids being there as they were. Like, how the fuck they get there? Like, we could say all these people are bad people as much as we want to, but unless them kids were abducted, which most of them were not, it was the way they got there. Their parents should be investigated and persecuted just as much as these other motherfucking weirdos. That's how I feel. But I couldn't kick it with her. Because I was like, this bitch, we got all this shit. She got all this bread, but like, fuck off with this hoe. And then, I forgot which one of my kids had something to say to her to ask the little girl. And she asked the little girl how many bodies she had. And that little girl said over 20-something bodies. I feel like 17. I'm sitting here like, damn, bitch, I be popping this motherfucker on the handstand. How the fuck I ain't made it past you at your age? And I be trying to throw this bitch at. If I could put this bitch on a baseball and strong arm that hoe, I'd throw it. But I ain't just giving this hoe to anybody. 17? With 20? I ain't gonna lie. I went through a whole phase, but I was just on 3 at once. That was all. Like, I mean, it wasn't a group effort, but I do feel like if I would have got a hold to that Gemini and that Aries, it definitely would have been a group effort for that. But the Aries was gay or something was wrong. And the Gemini was just a dumb motherfucker. Only found out he was married. And I was just like, you bitches ruined a good fucking thing. Because that would have been my first time having a, But they just fucked that shit up for me. Where was I going with this? I'd have been at 22 if I would have got them hoes. Anyway, I love y'all though. And yeah, I'm going to check the energy and see. I'll be back.